you doing fine, 'cause you got me.
Hello friends, welcome to a weekend vlog. I wanted to start like a little weekend vlog. It's actually Thursday, so I'm gonna be carrying the vlog through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I just wanted to do like a little lifestyle kind of check-in kind of situation because I just think it's fun, and my battery is dying. Of course it is. This weekend I gotta go get my nails done because I am 3 weeks out and they are starting to look a little crusted and I need to take care of those. I really don't even know what to say now because I know my battery's dying. Let me see if I have an extra. This one's showing a full battery, so hopefully that'll work. I either need to buy new batteries or just charge the ones I already have, because apparently that's a hard thing to do, is just to charge the thing that I need in order to make the content I want to make. You know, I don't make the rules here, but apparently my brain just thinks this is what I need to do. So luckily I had a spare battery in my camera bag, which I always have with me, so that's probably why I don't charge them, because I always have batteries, easy access, I guess. I want to do a quick chat with you real quick because I'm currently reading some books and I kind of want to do like a reading vlog. Okay, not a reading vlog because like I feel like that's a lot of pressure, but like a vlog where I tell you about what I'm reading and I take you along with my life. And if I don't finish a book after the vlog's over, it's not a big deal kind of reading vlog. That probably makes no sense and you're all probably like, what? Trust me, trust the process. I just want to talk about books, but like in a very low-key kind of way. Anyway, I'm currently reading Delilah Green Does Not Care. Oh my god, I'm so happy I'm finally reading this. Oh, I feel so weird talking about books. This is just like, who are you? Where have you been for the last 6 to 8 months? But I'm reading Delilah Green Does Not Care, or Doesn't Care, whatever the book's called. This is a sapphic romance between Delilah and Claire, and Delilah is a photographer. And I don't really feel connected to romance yet again. I'm thinking I'm still just struggling and like kind of working through that because I'm still kind of associating romance with my burnout, but I'm finding that sapphic romance, which is shocker to literally no one, is kind of combating that issue that I'm having. So I'm feeling less anxious and kind of burnout, and it's triggering that situation less than if I were reading just like a traditional romance, which I'm also currently listening to a romance audiobook, which is The Peer and the Puppet, and I'm really liking it. It has all the elements that I like, but I'm not quite loving it like I think I normally would, and I think I'm associating that with the burnout just a tad bit, not as much as some other things I've tried reading. So I think that my gateway back to romance is going to be sapphic and potentially dark romance. I'm noticing this glare is absolutely awful. I don't really want to take them off, but I will. I'm enjoying this. I started reading this before we went on vacation, which was at the beginning of the month, so I've really not been reading a ton. I've just been kind of reading here and there and just kind of trying to get back into it, but like, you know, not a lot. Like I'm reading before bed kind of situation, and I've been very, very busy between photo shoots and doing some freelance work that I just have not had the energy to really devote to my Kindle. I'm also reading another book that I have fell absolutely in love with, and it's called Film for Her. And you know, as a film photographer, because I do shoot film, I got a couple things in the mail and I'm gonna unbox them here in just a little bit. As a film photographer, this book has literally just spoken to me on so many levels. It's unreal. This book is literally a book of poetry and prose, and it's all associated with film photography. Like the poems aren't associated with film photography. Do I have something in my hair? No. But the actual like poems and the photography go together as one. So it's a very artistic and like beautiful kind of like work, and it has really inspired me. because I've been looking for a muse, right? Like I've been looking for something so that I can really focus on my photography like outside of portraits. Like you all know this, like I love portraits. I'm a portrait photographer, I'm a wedding photographer. I literally I get paid to do that and I love it. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. And working with people is one of the things I enjoy most about photography. But there's also a side of me that loves artistic and like beautiful photography. And I feel like this book has really made me like have a purpose and given me ideas to spark my own creativity in order to, you know, turn that and put it into my own work. I'm almost done with it and I'm reading it on my phone because the photos are in color, and you know, obviously the Kindle only does it in black and white, and this book has just been, it is seriously so beautiful. Like she just has like these gorgeous images in her work, like that is beautiful, and then she ties like poetry around it, and I just think that it's a genius idea and absolutely stunning. I think this is gonna be a 5-star read because it is just absolutely beautiful and I love it. So currently my situation with reading is I can't finish anything. I start 5 million different things and I can't finish them. So I'm hoping that throughout this weekend I can actually tackle some of my TBR and finish a couple things that I'm reading. This is not a saying I'm gonna read these books and finish them all this weekend. That is not gonna happen. I would like to. I have nothing scheduled for this weekend. No photo shoots, nothing. This weekend is completely clear and completely for me. So ideally I would like to get a lot of packing done this weekend and also get my nails redone, which I think I said earlier, but I want to get my nails redone and I want to develop at least 1 roll of color film. Now I might have to go shoot a test roll because I'm not 100% sure that I want to ruin one of the last 3 rows I shot because I've never developed it before and that's what we're about to go open. And I would like to finish like 1 thing on my TBR because I have like 4 things that I'm currently reading and I would like that to not be 4 things anymore. So we'll see what we end up doing this weekend, but I do have to pack a lot, which will be in like the moving vlogs, but I'll include like just a snippet of it in this, just some like behind the scenes of like that moving vlog series. And I just want this to be like a chatty, long weekend reading / life vlog where I just kind of take you along, we chat a little bit, I give you some updates, you get some behind the scenes, you kind of just get in on all the goodness and we just have a fun time because I really miss doing those and I just want to do that again. Like I feel like they're really fun and I feel like I've not really gotten to do that, you know? So we're gonna go open a package.
Trust the right, don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like.
I fully anticipated that I was gonna end up reading in there, because when I go to get my nails done on a Saturday, it normally takes 10 million years. Today I walked in and literally immediately sat down and got worked on. So it took 30 minutes. Thank God, because I will not be doing the walk-in salon life anymore. From now on, I am doing appointment only. I found a place that actually does appointment only, thank God, because I can't handle the waiting for like 5 hours anymore. So somehow I managed that, but my appointment for that place is like a month out. So these are the new nails. Really pretty little almond yellow nails, and I love them. I have been reading. I have been trying to get through Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and I am a good chunk of the way, and I have nail dust all over my Kindle because it was sitting like right there next to me, because I fully anticipated, you know, actually having to wait a hot minute, but apparently that did not happen. I'm 62% through Delilah Green Doesn't Care. So I'm feeling some things because we officially got a steamy scene between Delilah and Claire, and I was like, this is why I'm gay. It's a lie. That's not why. I just love women, but it helps. So let's go home. For my book club, I'm partnering with Fable. Fable is basically let's chat for a second. I mentioned in my last clip that I don't plan on sharing a ton of the actual packing process. I'm gonna get clips here and there, but I kind of want to give you a heads up because that part of the vlogs, they're not going to be released just yet. Maybe they already are, I don't really know for sure. But what I wanted to tell you was that I'm not really including those sections in my moving series. And the reason I'm not doing that is because I don't like where I live right now. I feel like it really stunts my creativity. I hate living here. And it's not even because of like aesthetic reasons. It's for practical reasons. I just don't like it in this space that I'm in, and I don't want to remember it. And as much as my vlogs are a way for me to express my creativity and also, you know, create these miniature films, if you would say, documenting my day-to-day life and things I like to read and the things that I like to do, and, you know, just my life for those who like care about it. It's also a little bit more than that. It's also a public documentation of my life and a documenting of my own personal history that I want to be able to look back on and remember, you know, throughout my life. And I just don't want to document this part. I don't want to document the place that I didn't enjoy living in. I want to document the excited part where we're remodeling it and we are moving into it and we are, you know, putting our things there, and you're just like getting settled in. Like, that's the part I want to remember. I don't want to remember packing boxes and the stress of living in this space that is honestly too small and is not in the best condition, because it is an older place that I live in and it's not aesthetically pleasing. But that is not the issue I have. A lot of the issue that I have is that it is literally falling apart because it's old. And this is no shade at all to my dad who owns this place. No shade at all. My dad has done everything he can possibly do for this trailer in the time that I've lived here, minus like one or two things, but like he has done everything he can possibly do for it. But we had a serious conversation where we were like, it's either we fix the problems you're having or we fix the house, because the issues that I was having here would set back progress on the house. And the things that I'm, experiencing here suck. Like, they suck, don't get me wrong, but it's not that bad. Okay, it is, it's pretty bad, but it's stuff I can live with in the short term if it means that I will be in my house faster. So I don't want to remember all this. I don't want to remember packing and being miserable, and I don't want to remember all of that from this part of being here and this part of the moving process. So I'm gonna not really show it. I'm showing tidbits, like bits and pieces, like, you know, I'm literally packing up my purses right now, which I have a lot of them, and I'm packing up my bags and things like that because I'm gonna go ahead and start moving that stuff down to the house because my bedroom is done. The only thing that I need to do in my bedroom now is clean it and put it together. That's all I have left. They might have to actually replace my ceiling fan. I'm not 100% sure what they're gonna do with that, but like at this moment in time, that's all that we have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and start moving into my bedroom, and that's the stuff I want to show in my moving series. The moving in part, not the moving out part, because moving out sucks and I don't want to remember this. So in case you're curious at any point why I'm not showing the packing process, that is why. Now that we have a minute to chat though, let's actually talk about what I've been reading, because I have been reading quite a bit and I wanted to just kind of touch on it really quick. I don't know where my phone went, but I was listening to an audiobook, and that audiobook is the second book in the Darkly Dreaming Dexter series, and I'm listening to this on Libby. I'll pull it up to see exactly where I'm at in it, but I'm enjoying this a lot. I love this series. I read it when I was a kid, which I shouldn't have read it as a kid, but I'm 30% into this. This is book number 2. It's a Dearly Devoted Dexter, and this one is focusing on more of Dexter. I'm not sure, I haven't watched the show in a long time. I don't remember exactly where and what parts are in each book, but I do know the first season is based on the first book. I'm hoping I can go back and rewatch the show soon so I can kind of see at what points we're at, because I love the series a lot and I am excited to be re-listening to this, or well, rereading it, but I'm listening to it for the first time. It kind of threw me off though because the guy that plays Dexter is not the narrator of this, and I wish that he was, because he'd be perfect. He'd be chef's kiss. So it's very typical Dexter, doesn't show a lot of gore, and is really interesting and just like in the mind of a sociopath, which I personally love. So that's my current audiobook. I have another audiobook that I am almost done with that I just refuse to listen to. I just don't want to listen to it right now, and I want to finish this instead. And I have like 5 or 6 hours left on this one, but I only have an hour and a half left on the other one. So tell me what makes sense about that. There's literally nothing, but we're gonna continue doing it, I guess. I was really hoping that I was gonna be able to develop a roll of color film tonight, but I don't think that's happening in the near future. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this until we actually move into the house, unfortunately, because we just have so much stuff that we have to do and I'm drowning. Like, I have client work that I need to finish. I don't have time to, you know, make some stuff, so I don't know yet. I'm hoping to do that soon because I have some photos on that I want to develop and process, because I am starting a Patreon, and in the Patreon, one of my perks is I want to give exclusive, well, not necessarily exclusive because they are just wallpaper packs that I create, but as a patron you get them for free. Like, you don't have to pay for them, so they're technically like an exclusive to Patreon. So if you want to buy a sticker pack or a wallpaper pack, you can, but in reality they're literally just wallpaper packets. Like, they're packs of bundles of my photos and sized for a wallpaper, and I'm excited about them. And I have some that I'm hoping I can start like a little collection for, but I just haven't had a chance to actually develop anything, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time to do that until this move is over. I've talked for 8 minutes about literally nothing. I'm gonna go back to packing now, and actually may not listen to my audiobook. I don't know what I'll do, but I will be existing in case you need to know that. Okay, I want to do a little update because I've read something and I haven't talked about it yet. That is Film for Her. This book, I don't know where to begin. I don't want to do a full review because I feel like that's not where I'm at right now. Like, I'm not there. I love this book. I gave it a 5-star, and it is purely on the principle alone of the concept and how it was executed and how it made me feel. I am not judging the merit of these poems. I'm not judging the skill of the poetry. I am just consuming it and giving a rating based on my enjoyment and how I felt the book was. And I'm gonna be honest, I devoured this. I've already talked about it a little bit because I just could not contain my excitement, but I finished it. And now I'm gonna be honest, am I gonna remember any of these poems? Probably not. I did highlight a couple things in the book, which I can share some of the lines that I really loved, that really hit me, because there were a couple of those. But what really hit me in this entire story was the pictures. The photography, the skill. Like, it is like effortless, casual, artsy, and sophisticated, like all in one. Like, it is a style that I aim to replicate. Like, her style is artsy and effortless, and I can't explain what that means because you just would have to view the images. If you're thinking about it, you're at all curious about the story and looking at these gorgeous photos. If you don't even like poetry, go in it for the photos alone. They are absolutely just beautiful. They lived up to my expectations. As someone who loves film photography, I crave that very effortless, artsy look when it comes to photography, because for me, I use film photography as an art form and less as something for clients. Like, I do film for clients, but I do take more artsy interpretations with film photography. It's slightly me learning photography and like trying to improve my skills, but it's also a form for me to just be able to be creative and create things that I think would be beautiful pieces of art through film. So this really spoke to me. It was just, the photos were absolutely gorgeous. I cannot recommend you, even if you just want to pick it up for the photos. This is on Kindle Unlimited, so you could literally read it on your phone. Here's a couple of the quotes that I did snag that I loved, that I want to just mention. I've near memorized every word you spoke to me tonight through your whiskey coated breath underneath this white linen, so I can go home in the morning and devour them for breakfast. I loved that. That line was gorgeous. This one is, because once you've seen in color, it's impossible imagining going back to black and white, which I feel on an emotional level as someone who shoots both black and white and film and color photography. I know that's not what she's referring to, but that is how I interpreted it. And then this one I did highlight because it really hit home to me. It says, I never knew how maternal instincts could possibly feel so early on in life until I walked into the soundless hospital room to see a peaceful you sleeping soundly in the arms of my sister. And I realized that the universe needed us together even if you didn't grow from my roots. And I just loved that because that just, it connected with me because of my own sister, and I love her so much. And I just, that's my baby, and no one can convince me otherwise. That poem just, it was so good. It was so good. I have no words. I'm telling you, if you like photography at all, you are at all interested in photography, you like to look at beautiful images, you don't even like poetry, I'm still telling you to check this out. I love it. I love it. And I will not be shutting up about it from now until the end of time. Thank you, and that's all. It makes me want to go and crack open all of my chemicals that I got that I'm not supposed to be touching right now, and, you know, trying it. I want to try so bad. Oh my god, I might do it. My girlfriend's gonna wake up from a nap and she's gonna be like, oh, are you making dinner? Nope, I am developing a roll of film. I don't need to do it. I don't need to do it. Someone needs to tell me no. This book is just like, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I can't even fathom, like I can't put it into words how much I love this idea of combining your like raw emotions with raw film photography. Like this girl's a genius. She is a genius. So smart. Oh my God. I'd say we've had a very successful, or at least pretty successful, weekend reading vlog, weekend in my life kind of video, because I actually did read and I did other things and I didn't put so much pressure and focus on the reading, and I just let it happen in ways that I wanted it to happen, and that feels really good. I miss BookTube a lot. I miss, you know, talking about books and being connected with the community, and this has really been my like teaser back into it and trying to get reacquainted and to do this in a healthy way, in a way that I can sustain, because you know I'm not going to be able to sustain it if I go back to doing it the way I was, and this is going to be a good transition. I think I want to do lifestyle, but I also want to do bookish stuff. Like I want both, and bookish is also lifestyle in like a weird way. Like the book community is a lifestyle community, but I want it to be a more even balance, and I feel like this is a great start for me to start getting that integrated back in, because in some form or fashion I will always be reading unless I'm in a reading slump, which I have been. I've been in a really bad reading slump, so I think that doing these like weekend vlogs or weekly vlogs where I just, you know, just kind of acknowledge as I'm going through the week, like this is what you're reading right now, and just kind of remembering like, hey, like just make sure if you talk about something to go back and like update it. It kind of like holds me accountable of like, oh, I've been reading this and I've actually made a lot more progress than I thought, or it helps me say, hey, like you're doing great, like you are stopping books that aren't interesting you, and really talking to myself in a really positive way when it comes to reading, and it has been very, very helpful. This will be one of the last vlogs in this house, in this place that I currently live. I am so excited to be out of here. Just a little recap of the week. I have done a lot of fun stuff this week, like this weekend. I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to do. I didn't get to develop a roll of film. I didn't get to shoot a roll of film, and I didn't really finish that much. I finished a poetry book that I was almost done with to begin with, but I've made a lot of good progress in Delilah Green Doesn't Care, and I've also I've been actively reading every night before bed, which is huge. That's a huge thing for me, because like I haven't been doing that. So, you know, to acknowledge the good parts and to like have it documented on camera, and like being able to go back and say like, oh, look at you, like you don't feel like you've done a lot, you don't feel like you've accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, but you actually have. Like that has been really, really helpful. So I'm very excited. I just ordered some photo books that are for a high school. I did their grand march and I just ordered their photo books, and they will be in very soon. Thank God I can get that off of my list. It took me forever to get, you know, the check so that I could actually order these books. So I'm very tired and I want to go to bed because it's like almost 10 o'clock, which actually no, it's after 10 o'clock. So I want to go to bed now. I'm going to lay in bed and I'm going to try to read some of Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Am I going to finish it? Probably not tonight. Am I going to try? Probably not tonight. I will read a little bit of it though, because I want to see what's going on with Delilah. And I'm so excited to get back into romance. I miss romance so freaking much. So fingers crossed. But after this romance, after I finish this, we're getting a horror, because I want some like blood and guts, if you know what I'm saying. And not like the blood and then the guts and like the dark romance kind of way. I mean in the spooky horror kind of way. If you're still here and you're still watching, go ahead and leave me the sapphic emojis down in the comments. The 2 girls kissing, the 2 girls holding hands, the pride flag, whatever you want to leave me in the terms of the gay. And I will see y'all in my next video.